Here are my assumptions for the work. When I say the work, think of it as being in capital letters. Okay. Racism and all the other forms of repression are bad for all of us, which means this is not indigenous, black, people of color problem. It is also a white problem. Racism is a white problem. Unchallenged, unearned privileges are problematic issues for all of us. An unearned privilege is the way I look. I didn't do anything with that. That is completely happenstance. My PhD, that's an earned privilege. I worked for that. See the difference? Unearned privilege is what this country runs on. Our intentions are not our actions. This one is really, really, really hard for white women in particular. White women always want me to give them the benefit of the doubt. I didn't intend. He didn't intend. They didn't intend. I'm going to tell you right now, I do not care what your intentions are. I cannot care what your intentions are. I cannot see them. I cannot feel them. There is no history of your intentions making any difference for me or other marginalized communities. Intentions are a dime a dozen. It is not a defense. Your intentions are not an action. We all have intergroup bias. This has been proven over and over and over again. We think it's actually neurologically hardwired into us. If you look at some of the studies with bonobo apes, it looks like they recognize each other for phenotype, right? So families and clans actually recognize each other and show bias toward their family units. That's it. We do. You recognize somebody as us, you will share your resources. You will protect them. You will fight for them. When you do not recognize that person as us, whatever us means, I'm making that motion with my arms. If you do not recognize that person as us, you will let them die. And that is what we are doing in this country. Because white people do not recognize African Americans, and especially African American men, as part of us, you are allowing systematic, purposeful, government-sanctioned and enacted violence and trauma to happen every day. Every day. You have been told, you have been shown. You cannot pretend that you don't know. But you do not do anything. That's it. That's on you. That's why racism is a white problem. I will give you an example of this. Again, I know that I carry around white privilege with me. White presenting Latina, nobody's going to look at me and say, look, chola. Yeah? Nobody. Nobody's going to say that. Okay? Right? All right, so every summer we visit Maine, my family and I. We go to Boothbay Harbor. Anybody in the house? Boothbay Harbor?
Yeah.
No, okay. Right. Beautiful, right? All right, so last summer, Boothbay Harbor, I went to the, let's see, it's not a CVS, it's the other one, it's the Rite Aid. Okay? I was in Rite Aid. When I walked into the store, I noticed an African American man standing there, a couple of shopping bags around his feet. I'm like, hey, how's it going? How's it going? Okay. And I noticed a woman, and this is going to be for all the people of color in the room, you're going to know what I'm doing because this is what we do constantly. We are constantly scanning the horizon for shit that is going to go down because we know it is just around the corner. All right, so I walk in the door and I see this woman, white woman, on the phone, because that's what you love to do, right, saying, oh, I don't know what he's doing. And I'm like, oh, shit. Okay, so I go and I get my stuff. I had to get like some aloe and like, I don't even know what else. A couple of things, right, that you can only get at Rite right? And I'm standing there, but I come up to the front, I get my 2 or 3 items, I probably grabbed a candy bar. Shut up. And I noticed outside 2 cop cars with their lights. Okay? People of color, you surprised? I don't think so. So I'm like, oh, God damn it. Okay? So I get down, I get out, and I got my little shopping bag. I come outside, and I'm like, hey, how's it going? I talk directly to the African American man. I do not know this man. I do not know him. He does not know me. There is no relationship. There is nothing. I know he is in trouble because I see those cops. Those cops are standing about 10 feet away with their hands on their hips. Okay? I know that look. Right? And he is standing there, stock still, hands like this. Okay? I know that look too. Right? And he's a little bit startled. He says, oh, hey, how you doing? And I'm like pretending I don't see what is happening in front of me. I'm like, hey, you know what? We're having a barbecue next week. You know, are you going to be able to make it? Because I know Ray would really love to see you. I am lying my ass off. I am sweating. My heart is beating. I am scared. And then I'm like, oh, what's going on here? And I point to the cops. And he's like, I don't know. I was waiting for the taxi. I'm like, oh, do you need a ride? Because I can give you a ride. And the cop comes up and says, oh, do you know this man? I'm like, oh, yeah. You know, I live over there. He lives over there. You know, lying, McLarison. Cops see this standing next to a black man. I am who they listen to. I am who stands in defense of him. They clip their little things back on their guns, they get back in their car, and they can move on. He sits down on the curb. I stay with him for a few minutes. Because he looks like he's going to vomit or cry or pass out. Because he knows. We both know. Everyone in this room has seen that happen. Whether or not you recognized it, I don't know. Whether or not you stood up, stood by, witnessed, walked away, I don't know. But what you did is your action. What you intended, no one knows. We are all racist. Every single one of us. We are all sexist. We are all ableist. We are all homophobic. Because we all marinate in a soup of this. If you think you don't see color, you are lying to yourself. If you think you're not homophobic, you are lying to yourself. Knock it off. It doesn't do anybody any good whatsoever. The only way we break a cycle is to recognize it and work against it. That is all. That is it. And that is what we are asking you to do. They are asking you to enact, to be an activist every single day. Every day. Every day. Because I can't always do it. Because marginalized people are marginalized by a system that helps you.